the thing is, if we look at based on the 3 technologies we studied, we realized that the U.S. companies really don't benefit from China's technology boom at all. European companies and Japanese companies really benefit a lot. For every SC and USC unit China manufacture, China has to pay over 1 million license fee to those companies. They don't need to do anything just by getting the license fee and the royalty through every unit China sell. They make huge profit, but not the US companies. So I think for the US first invented the technology, and eventually those technology are really developed and matured in Japan and in Germany. The US policymakers should reflect why the US cannot benefit from China's boom.
So a quick comment, just because you're not collecting licensing fees doesn't mean you haven't made money off your technology. If a foreign company buys your technology and then decides to license it and make money, you still benefit. So there doesn't need to be a continuous connection between the different pieces.
Hi, I'm Peter Hyde. I'm just an interested bystander. I think I have a question for Ms. Blaustein. With regard to nuclear, you mentioned modeling and bringing down costs and so forth, but with the financial challenges that are extant in the banking and investment industry, to what extent do you see perhaps that the generation of new nuclear or the building of new nuclear or the second wave, nuclear 2, to provide large amounts of megawatts with a relatively small carbon footprint. Is it possible that the industry will have a resurgence, or is it going to be leapfrogged by new technology?
I think it's important for us to look at both pieces of that. I don't see us ignoring the possibility of leapfrogging technologies, whether it's new technologies in the nuclear sector. One of the things that is interesting, we have some technology on mobile nuclear reactors. It's not something I would certainly have predicted 5 years ago that was even possible. Will that kind of scale difference bring the costs down? It's certainly a possibility. We don't have a guarantee, though. And looking at a portfolio, whether it's just in the nuclear sector or